These guys all around you, they have the spots. Would you like to share that with us?
Would you like me to share
Yeah.
with them to tell them
Where you ate? Yes, where'd you eat?
I ate like no one wants to hear this.
Borrego does this when he starts his press conferences. You know, he likes to chat you up a little bit.
Yeah.
You realize it's
Josh
been
knows. Josh knows. Josh.
we go back a long way.
Josh knows this.
10 years, right? It's like more than that.
10. God. Long time.
I gotta. Oh, never mind. No one cares what I eat.
Well, we do, but we'll do a sidebar.
The small starting lineup, I guess whoever you want to say is at the five, but in limited minutes has been very, very good defensively. What else has kind of stood out to you about that small group?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest key is defensively. I think that's the biggest. They're going to find their way offensively. That group will find their way offensively. We know that there's enough talent there. I think we've done enough offensively for them to figure it out. Obviously, we could be better, but I think defensively we're getting stops. Even if you look at the last 3 years, I think even going back to that first 3 years ago with that 50-win team, 49-win team, starters didn't win their minutes. Last year, starters didn't win their minutes. This year, my guess is, for the most part, starters were not winning their minutes. This group's at least winning their minutes. Small sample. Let's see if it can hold. Are we going to stay, here with this group? I don't know, but as of today, on what we have in front of us, this group has done a good job. So defending, rebounding, getting out, sharing it, moving the ball, playing together, and I don't even think they're in great rhythm yet. We haven't even really practiced that group for the most part. DeJounte came back. We moved the lineup, made a move, and they're kind of collectively figuring it out on the fly together. But it's been more of a positive than not against two good teams, the Lakers and Phoenix both. So, but room for improvement. But so far, I think it's giving us some good results.
DeJounte's played 5 games, incredibly consistent. If you just look at the box score, right between 13, 17 points. But what have you seen? Are you seeing kind of any kind of improvements?
Well, I think he's just getting his rhythm back. I think you even saw it in that fourth quarter. That was where he was at his best to me in the Phoenix game, was the fourth quarter. On the ball, being a hound on the ball, full court, picking up, his transition game. I think that's just going to come with his rhythm and conditioning as he plays. But, so far the more he plays, the better he looks, just physically, his conditioning, his ability to get into the ball, absorb contact, get into the paint. Those are probably the shots that take some time. The three-point, most times they have their rhythm early, just a catch and shoot three. It's the shots that I'm getting downhill, absorbing contact. Those are the ones that I think will come over time. But to me, he's getting more and more comfortable in those moments. The stuff in the paint, to me, is where I was probably most concerned, just, coming back off injury. Would he shy away from that? And he's certainly not doing that. He's going right to the rim. He's physical right now. I see no hesitancy. I see his conditioning picking up. And more than anything, I see his aggression picking up. And I think the fourth quarter was the best example of that so far in his season.
We noticed, I think, his conditioning seems to be going up a level. Played 29 minutes in that game against Phoenix.
Yeah.
Has he been raised a tick in terms of minutes that he can be out there for you, or not yet?
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it. We're in range. And I think there's communication going on. That's the biggest thing. There's communication between performance team, myself, and DeJounte. We're very aware of where he's at, how he's feeling. We're talking in-game, after-game, pre-game. We just had a conversation just now. But what I can say is he feels good, and he feels prepared and ready to go. So I think I got to be careful of making sure the runs aren't too long, but we're on it. We're monitoring that.
You guys won 3 games on the road trip, and the games against the Lakers and the Suns, I think, were games that could have been, you guys were right there, had a chance to win. I was wondering what you thought overall of Sadiq's road trip, just how well he played and how big of a factor he was.
I think it just sums up his year, just like, again, typical Sadiq, fashion, just consistent. No matter what position we put him in, whether starting lineup, clutch lineup, playing with the second unit, he just finds a way to impact winning. you know, on both sides of the ball. His professionalism, and I would just say he just brings it every night and every possession. He's finding a way to impact, you know, winning. So I think it was par for the course how he played. You know, steady force for us, made big shots down the stretch, clutch moments. Obviously, he had a big, third quarter in Phoenix, got us back into the game. So whatever's called on, whatever that game requires, Sadiq steps up into those moments. So I thought he was fantastic on this trip. But yes, it was a good road trip. Could have been better, absolutely. Could have been a great road trip, but we'll learn and get better from it.
JD, how do you sum up Jordan Poole's season so far?
Well, I think you know, we've had some highs and, you know, some dips as well. You know, I think the start of the season, you know, he was in the lineup, and then the injury, I think, probably set him back. You know, that was an early injury that probably threw his season for a quick dip early on. I think that's the most games he's ever missed in his career. 18 games, I want to say, something like that. So, but what I can say about him is he's been professional. He's doing his work. He's doing his job. He's helped us win games in moments and stretches. You know, but more than anything, he has stayed professional throughout. And, you know, I can't speak for him, but obviously it got off to a tough start with the injury. And, you know, now we have a lot of guys back. You know, we're trying to figure out this puzzle. So, but he's a heck of a player, and, you know, he's doing his job and he's working. Good? Where'd you eat?
I went to Koshan Butcher.
Oh,
That's well like
Is that-
Thank you.
is that right?
I'm not sure if I ate the right thing, but I enjoyed it. What'd you get? I had a smoked turkey sandwich.
Jim, you agree with that?
I mean, I'd go heavier at Kashan, but that's a good choice.
What is that? What does heavier mean?
Just, I don't know.
You'd have to wheel him out, is what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't get a sandwich. I'd get something like, you know, something that I'd have to take a nap after eating.
Sandwiches.
Something quintessentially New Orleans is what I should have gotten. Like, I hear the muffalata there is excellent.
Yeah.
They do that.
Did you ask for a recommendation, or you just went for it?
No, I've been there before. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. I enjoy it. It was a zoo there. Not just there, but the whole.
What was going on in the city? What went on? It's been a packed city this weekend. Do we know why? There's nothing going on.